So we're gonna start off with just making another point of the animal connection in the associations with these weird deities that sometimes do get a physical form created for them in the material planes. We see those forms usually how can I say this? Not really usually compatible in their hybridizations to regular creatures, and also just generally mutant looking. I guess. So we're going to look back to Egypt. So I'm saying that these forms of consciousness exist in an inorganic world, but they don't have a mold. So I guess every form of consciousness has a physical mold, or every awareness has like a compatible material vessel. Except for these things, which seem to be servants of the ancients, servants that they bring into physical form, but don't necessarily have to be in physical form to gain power in the energy exchange. We'll look at why the price is high and all that kind of stuff. So eventually we'll get into more of the world of inorganic beings, and so going into more, I've been showing a few of my crappy drawings, but so I'll show a few more, I guess. Like here's one. Like just how I was saying, like what looks like letters and numbers appear in either plasma storms or certain cosmic events, certain solar flares, sun cycles, mentioned magnetic reversals, even energies coming out of the earth, and they can, I guess, use that as a medium to gain appearance. So that was just one of my abstractions. And it's like, just like the glyphs, they you got these weird number looking things, letters and numbers combined, and then the animals, since it's the animals there, it's affecting these like cosmic rays, cosmic forces. We're going to look into the Akashic record. So I just tried to show a progression over time, I guess, like, washed it over. Probably. Strange, huh? Anyway, I just get weird ideas. So back to the story. Where was I? So yeah, in Egypt we're showing the similarities across cultures with what we're calling the inorganic beings world. We're giving them a general realm, which, where does it exist? Beyond the layer. So yeah, I guess that's exactly right. So able to be seen through certain mechanisms with the physical eye, more so during cosmic events. Certain times, and we're going to look at that too. And like I showed in the last vid, you got the bow as well, so we see a more, like, I guess, sophisticated, if you will, compared to the petroglyphs or glyphs we seen in the desert that included the bow and a travelling vessel, or an ark with an animal on it. And we see humanoid animals there too, and up in the corner I think Anubis is included. Yeah. So yeah, we see a relationship through sorcery with inorganic beings and the inorganic beings world, which has, a lot of different probably spheres to it, and a source at the same time, which might get a bit hardcore if we get into that. So they reach our dreaming realms, say like the astral plane or fourth dimensional travels, things like that. Yeah. So they have their own, it seems like some of them become self-aware and have their own little systems. Okay, so we're going to look at, I like to do comparisons on here. I did mention that because this is Heket, I think it's from the Dendara light bulb scenario, which I'm about to show you. But on one video I did say that I didn't see, he doesn't really appear anywhere else in Egyptian pantheon, but he does, and we'll look at that in the future as well if I cover the basics in this video. So yeah, moving on to the Dendara light bulb, what we're getting at here, I keep talking weird stuff about power and consciousness, and say like a material power, like electricity. So this is mine anyway, because I want to cross cultures just to make a point that it's a thing, it's a theme, it's they're trying to communicate something that is important to continuation. And they're showing differences in arcs, different approaches, I guess, in the other vids I've showed with the division. So we're looking, I did mention the lampstand and in the last vid, and I showed how they pointed out in a fertility symbol with the griffins the places in between. You probably, I don't know if you know what I was talking about or whatever, but yeah, I was basically, your awareness is focused on the items of the world, but yeah, it's the places in between, and we'll get into how to reach, basically, just the basic mechanisms that happen. If you're piercing the veil, say, consciously, I've done other vids like South American symbolism with the two sticks, the sides of awareness, the two rods. Done compare that to Egypt, so yeah, there's a lot of comparisons in these things, but South America and Mayan gets interesting because you see Osiris, like the main figures in the Mayan also have like the X on them, as we see on this dude's skirt. So yeah, if you're looking at this picture and you haven't seen what I'm on about yet, well, places in between, like, I know this is weird because they wouldn't have they're not supposed to have knowledge of lamps and stuff, but you can see the lamp shape the hands are making. Okay, let's just take a stretch, take a leap of faith. I mean, it's a bit futuristic, but so what we should do is look at a Dendara, the actual Dendara light bulb. I think it's here. It should be somewhere. Well, if I'll just have to go into another video. These videos are getting too long anyway. So if I don't find it in the next few seconds, then that's cool. So I found it. Okay, so Dendara light bulb scenario. So I was showing in the Mayan, just all it was is two arms connected, as you see here on the light bulb, on the main connection. So it's like an arc, as you see. Haket has two sharp metal objects as well. So we're looking at the two hands, left hand and the right hand. We're looking at two sides as producing an arc, and the lampstand, I guess, is the space in between the how would you say it? The air, I don't know, I guess the spark, the fire within. But yeah, it takes apparently these. It's like Prometheus. I'll get more into it in later vids. I'm going on a bit of a run here. So like Prometheus giving fire, two sticks making fire. It's not just like giving us a material thing, like, oh, we're so dumb we can't make fire or something. Like, is giving us the keys to like consciousness and stuff. So these are the secrets behind mythology. So it all does connect, one way or another. The symbolism eventually comes out. Yeah. Plus, like, yeah, probably a connected global civilization back then. So, yeah, we got Dandara, light bulb, and we got the Mayan version here. So we're looking at an energy source like these things. So we also can access this other realm as an energy source and a medium of, I guess, movement or awareness. If you get that, I don't know. Anyway, so I'll leave you with that. Let's look at that little lamp and look at that and consider those Egyptian and Mayan connections to this inorganic world, or non-organic, if you will, and using it as a power source, I guess. Okay, see you in the next one.